live on YouTube, KB2UKA.
Hey, you know something funny? I sold my brand new snowblower about a month ago. Just too heavy. You know, when I was younger, man, I could manhandle that thing and everything. Wouldn't bother me. But I'll be 74 in June, so a month or 2 months ago, just too damn heavy, and I come in the house. I'm laying in the bed for 20 minutes. I can't breathe. I figured, no, it's got to go. So I sold it. Then I got a middle one, and then I got a Toro, smaller one. Now the middle one I used, and with the snow, and again, I'm huffing up. Janet says, go inside, lay down. And then I went in and out so many minutes doing it, and I got it with her help there. But so I just sold that. Today I put it in there, $50, right? Oh, man. I said starts every time, first pull, and it does. That thing will go through anything. Well, I got to tell you, I went out as soon as I posted it. I came back maybe an hour later, and I'm in the house, and I hear ping, ping, ping. I said, what's that pinging noise? Tons of emails. Holy crap. And a lot of people say, wow, yeah, anything wrong with it? See, me, when I want something, I remember I used to always buy used equipment, and I don't ask. The first thing I say is, sold, when can I come and get it? Once you got that deal, you grab the deal, then you can say, anything wrong? You know, you're talking with them, cool, I'll be right up. But don't just ask, anything wrong with it? You know, yeah, and this and everything. Everything I said, it works, you know. Delete, 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 delete. Another guy, I'm in Queens. I can come now, I'll be there in about an hour and a half. No, delete. I'm not waiting an hour and a half. He may not come. Another guy, where the hell was he? And I forgot, but it was too far. And no. And I had so many, at least 100 or more. And when I got to the one that says, I can come right now. I'm in West Orange. I'm 5-10 minutes from you. Bam. I said, come right now? He said, yeah. He came, and he was happy. I showed him one pull, starts up. I went through the snow showing how it works, and he bought it. So now I just got the Toro, the smaller one. Man, I can handle that thing. So, yeah, man, those other ones just too damn heavy for me now.
Yeah, so, well, that's great. So this past summer, I was cleaning out my garage. I had a lot of, building debris in there, like wood, sheetrock that wasn't going to be used. And I could barely walk in there. So I had a dumpster. And my snowblower was 15 years old, and I bought it used. And I had replaced the carburetor. This thing was falling apart. So I got rid of it. I finally just got rid of it. Why do I need a snowblower, Richie? It doesn't snow, in the southern Northeast anymore. Jersey, Long Island. We haven't gotten snow like this in over a decade. And here we are. So I have spent in getting my drive. I have a inclined driveway, and it cost me like $200 to get the driveway done. I have 21 steps that lead to my front door. That's all got to be cleared. And then I need a path on the walkway to the back deck for the dogs. So it's, depending on the amount of snow, it's anywhere from $150 to $250 to $300. I could have bought a damn snowblower again, but no one has them. So I am buying a snowblower this spring. For next year, but I'm going to buy a brand new one, and it'll probably be the last one I ever have to buy.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. Definitely. Good brand name, good quality. You'll never have to worry. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's work, and then, with those paper blocks, some of them chipping, they're over 20 years old and cracked, and it hits some and it throws one of them high, and I'm afraid it's going to hit somebody or hit somebody's windows. So I think I told you I'm going to get the whole driveway cemented and the front walk cemented and get rid of them damn paper blocks. They're a nuisance. But, yeah, you got to have a snowblower, right? Yeah. And with this snow we had, the last time, I did everything, but that big hump where the plow leaves at your driveway, it was huge. And these kids walked past my house because they saw the walks and drive done. And I said, yo. They says, yeah. I said, come here. I says, what do you guys get? Because they were going to look to do snow blowing and shoveling. And I think they said it was $20 to clear it out. I said, I'll give you 40. Because, I mean, it was a nice height mound. They cleaned it all out real good. So when this snow came, I said, where are those critters? Where are they? And nowhere to be found because they were smart. They were smart, right? They weren't walking around and doing none of that work. But I did it with Janet's help there and got it done. And I don't think we'll see another snow like that my time again.
Hello, Ray. Good afternoon.
Hi, excuse me. If you're thinking about buying a new snowblower, I just bought it. I just bought one about maybe 3 months ago. An Aaron's Deluxe 24. The thing turns on a dime because of the transmission that's built into it. You can take the handle, and while you're standing there, and literally just push the handle to the left. It doesn't move forward; it just spins on itself.
Yes.
It's the best snowblower I've ever had. Over.
Okay, that's why I got rid of those heavy snow blowers. I had to go turn around a big radius and pain. Forget it. That's like the 36-inch mowers. If you just hold that handle, that one handle, it turns fully around. So that's the way to do it, Ray. Top of the afternoon to you.
Yeah, but no power. It doesn't require power to turn around. It spins on itself. It's like an ice skater doing spirals. Over.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Aaron's is pretty good, dog. Yeah, that's a good name.
And it only weighs 240 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. Well, so what? It's a 24-inch opening.
Yeah, it's called a Deluxe 24.
Yeah, I think I was thinking 28-inch or 32, but I don't see. If I need more than, because I like snow blowing. Like I actually enjoy doing it. It's very, very peaceful when you're out there alone and you just got the machine. And Richie, with those 3-4 foot mounds the plow puts in front of your driveway, I used to. But you said you're having trouble lifting it now. I used to just anchor it up and then like dig it down into the mound. I'd look like an idiot, but I'd get it cleared with that blower.
That's what Janet did. She was slicing it, and when there was so much, I went over it with the snowblower, then next to it again, slicing it instead of shoveling it. Yeah, definitely. But I got to tell you, man, I used to be a bull with any kind of work. It didn't bother me, but now I can walk across the yard in that how high that snow is, lifting my feet up, going over those snow, and walk back, and I'll be, man, I'm telling you, that's crazy.
Oh, well, this is heavy duty stuff, okay? We had 3 inches this morning. It started at like 6 a.m. I got to the gym at 5:30. When I walked out at 7 a.m., there was like 1.5 inches of snow on the ground. Roads were slick as hell. That all melted. And then Thursday into Friday, we're supposed to get 3 to 5, and they're already tracking a 10-incher for next week, but it's too early. The guys I watch are good. They don't. It's too early, but a couple of the models are showing 8 to 10 inches next week. That's not a little anymore, especially when it's on top of 2.5 feet.
Holy crap! This is one crazy winter. We haven't had any winters like this.
Yeah, but I know you remember. They used to all be like this every winter, all through the 80s, all through the 90s, even the early 2000s. You'd get 1 or 2 doozies like we just got, and then you'd get multiple 5 to 10 inch storms throughout the winter. And it just stopped. We didn't have measurable snow on Long Island for 6 years. And then prior to that, I think the last big storm was 10 years ago.
I got to move out south where you never get no snow.
Well, with a name like Cletus, I don't know why you're not down there.
Well, that's where I was from, but Ethel moved down this way, and Clyde and I was kind of tickled with Ethel, so I moved back to New Jersey.
Unbelievable. You know what, this live stream, I've got the live stream up, Richie. I titled it the Kf2Gg Show.
Oh, there's people in there?
They're in there. They're not typing though. There's 12 viewers right now.
I'd like to say good evening to y'all. My name's Cletus, and I come from out south. You know, I used to have my own property. I had a 6-foot mobile trailer, and I upgraded my white and black TV to color TV.
What are we going to do with him, Ray?
He almost sounds real.
And I had an outhouse. I was one of the, Ray Pond people. Some of them would crap in the woods. But I had an outhouse, all right. But when you go with a diva like that Ethel, she went and used the outhouse, and she was cussing in there. And I said, "What the hell are you cussing about?" She said, "Cletus, you ain't got no toilet paper." Toilet paper? I went green, Ethel. There's a pile of leaves in there. Just use them.
Well, you know, Ethel, she doesn't like using the leaves.
Well, I've been back and forth with Ethel so many times. Now she's back with Clyde. And old man McGillicuddy, he's got a nice daughter, Gertie. Now, Gertie, she's a nice woman, very well-mannered woman. Why, she wears long skirts, she don't show nothing, and she don't show her breastises. She don't show, she's all clothed up there. That's a nice woman. Ethel, why, she wears them shorts, she bends over, you see her damn hiney.
Man, you've got that Fiducie microphone sounding good, Richie.
You know, I was very pleased with it. You know, I didn't think it was going to sound good, but yeah, I like it. I do. It's with the settings, everything that's in there. Now I just leave it alone. I don't bother with the settings. I'm glad it's okay.
No, it's very, very okay.
Cool beans. Glad you were, like I said, I could tell instantly when you came on, you did something, you know, because it's premium. It's got that sound. I know you got expensive equipment over there, but it was worth it, you know, because you could definitely hear it.
It's yeah, but it's all in the EQ. I could do this virtually, no problem. It's I was never. You got to scoop out that low mid, and I don't know. Maybe I was just afraid to do it, but when I saw it on Steve's signal, I'm like, there is a huge gap, below like 200 hertz. And, yeah, I scooped it out.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did. It's premium sound. I didn't think you can get better from what you was before, but I definitely hear the difference. Hey, you're in all of that stuff, and careers. Your daughter was going through a career and everything, going to be a star. If you come across a broadcasting station, say, let me and you in there. Just even if they say half hour. We're not going to charge them. They don't have to pay us or nothing. And me and you could go on there with the mic. Don't give us any forum or things to read. Just let us get on the microphone. Boy, I tell you, we'd have a ball, me and you on that damn thing.
We you know what we need? We need a broadcast AM station. That's what we need. Tri-state area.
Yeah, boy, that would be, oh man, that would be good. I couldn't believe how fast today went. I looked at the clock and it was like 5:10, and I says, what the hell? Because usually I said, I'm going to get on near 5, and I thought it would have been like 3:30, 4, and man, the day went quick.
Yeah, they're all going quick. My wife and daughter, they're in Manhattan right now. She has a call back for something. They took the train. They're getting in at 5:43. They got to walk a couple of blocks. They'll be at the callback at 6. She'll probably be in there 30 minutes, and then they get back on the train and come home.
Wow, how do you get all these calls and stuff? What does she do to where they all know her now?
Well, she has an agent and a manager. So, and then there's a system that, like a portal, and if she matches what they're looking for, she gets pinged the audition. And then the first audition, Richie, whether it's musical theater or film or TV, it doesn't matter. All the first auditions are done on what's called a self-tape. So it's done here in the house. She gets the material. She has a teacher that she does a Zoom with, and the teacher will be the reader, the other character. And you can hear the teachers, and the camera's on my daughter in the studio I have here. And then you submit that video, and if they like you, then they call you in for what's called a callback, and that's in person. That's always in person, the callback. And so she's at a callback right now, which means she's being considered for the role.
Oh, yeah, like you said. Then when she did all that video, did set it all up in your studio, and then when it goes to them, they call back, then they're interested. They want to see her. Wow, an agent and a manager. What the hell? How'd she get all of that?
Well, she, I taught her how to sing since she was 4, and then she started taking lessons at 6, and she got involved with this organization in New York City. I'm live streaming, so I'm not going to say what it is. And they had an agent forum where she performed, and then 6 of the agents reached out, and we ended up going with a specific one, and the rest is history. She's been with them for like 2 years now.
Damn! Back in the day when I knew Les Paul, I should have said, "Hey, can you get me in there where I could go on radio?" But I never would bother him with that. I was always just talking with him and stuff. But damn, maybe I could have done it.
Well, what you should have asked Les Paul for was a signed guitar.
Yeah, my brother-in-law used to play guitar and stuff, and he wanted to meet him in the worst way. I said, no, because he started calling me. I met his son. He came over a few times. Then he called me up to go out one night. I didn't go because in New York City, what am I going to have in common with his friends? These are all stars, and I'd be there not saying a word. But I brought in to LIE. He met Les Paul. Mike, he lives in Pensy, and he met him. I said, "You want to meet him?" And then after that, people were asking my brother, and I figured, oh, crap. I never asked Les Paul what he did, anything what he does, anything. And I think that's why I got along with him. I would joke around, talk about other things, and never. In fact, he would tell me, "Rich, I'm going on tour. I'll be going this and Bon Jovi." And I says, "Les, Bon Jovi, holy crap, he's famous." He used to get a kick out of that because I never took him as famous. I never heard of Les Paul, but people told me he was very famous. But so that's why he didn't intimidate me. He was like a regular old guy, We would clown around and stuff. And his son came to meet me, and his son says, "My father told me you didn't know who he was." I says, "Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. What the hell do I know?" But very friendly guy, and I never called him. He said, "You don't call?" I says, "No, I figured he's busy. I'm not calling him." But he called me at the house here. "What are you doing?" "I'll be over." And met his son. And Janet used to say, "I don't know why he liked me." I said, "Oh, no, I sold him equipment. I met him once, sold him equipment. Then he came back, he bought something else, and just seemed like a regular guy." But I think that's why I got along with him. I never asked him for autographs or anything. In fact, my brother-in-law said, "If you get something signed, a guitar," I wouldn't do it. I said, "I'm not doing it." I just would rag you with him. But yeah, it was sad when he died. I figured, damn, such a nice guy, not like somebody with their nose up in the air,
Yeah, I've heard he was a nice guy. Well, your buddy N2LIE here, he likes to blow things up.
What do you mean?
Go to his QRZ page.
Oh, he was in the military in charge of his squad and everything. You ask him about anything, explosives, anything. Oh, man. And I think I told you, Years ago, he used to work for me. You know, he's the landscaping, and we were selling equipment, and then we met this guy only 2 blocks from my house, and Mike's talking with him, and he says, he's mentioned something about explosives, and Mike's very detailed. He was in charge of a lot. He knows everything with explosives. And this guy starts talking with him about explosives, like he knows a lot. I figure, oh, that's nice. Then he says, maybe you read about me. He said, it was in papers. I had this bomb. I had it by the car. And I said, holy shit, he had a paper all read up. And I said, hey, Mike, let's get the hell out of here. I got my phone number on that truck. This guy's a nut.
Yeah. When people start talking about liking to blow things up, that's when you got to do a double take. All right, why don't you pick it up with Ray? I have to run upstairs for a minute. I've got the live stream going, though. I'll be back in 5 minutes. KB2UKA.
You'll be retiring. Your daughter's going to be this big movie star. Your wife will be taking her all of the movies which she's got to do, and you'll be sitting back, quitting your business you started, and you'll say, oh, Rich, yeah, she's doing this movie, that movie. Oh, please pass the great Pouban.
Man, all she has to do, Richie, is get on one recurring show. Forget the movies. She's got to get on like a Hulu show or a Netflix show where she's a recurring character and they do 3 or 4 seasons. That's all. And you're set. If it blows up like Stranger Things or any of that, they start making $1 million an episode. All right, I'll be right back. KB2UKA.
$1 million?
1 GMM.
An episode? Oh, man, that's pretty damn good. It's good you taught her all that, how to sing when she was younger and everything, too. All right, I'll be out here for a bit, Doug. Kf2 Golf. Mr. Ray. Hey, Ray, you don't have that snow blower no more. Your neighbor's got it now, no?
And Steve just jumped in there.
WX2T, hello, guys.
Oh, hey, Rick. Steve. Hey, Steve, where the hell you been? I heard he said he was talking to you. What the hell? Good to hear you back.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Rick? WX2T, and whoever else is on here. Hola. How you doing, Richie? Nah, hiatus from HF for about a year. I'm back in the sack.
Hey, I've got your racks. Ron helped me set that all up and everything. Oh, I got to tell you, Steve, they're wonderful. No more rack mounts. And believe it or not, I'm using a $30 microphone. It was $39 something, and they have a coupon. You get it for $30. I liked it so much, I ordered another one, and that's what I'm using.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Ron, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Wow. Good evening.
It's good to hear you again, Steve, and your hiatus. I know I kind of know what that's all about. I threaten to do that once in a while, but that's a long story. But I'm taken aback. I get a really big kick out of some of the stuff I see on YouTube with you from the past. But what really kills me is your love for photography. I'm also not as much of an aficionado as you are, but some of your stuff, man, is absolutely beautiful. The birds. You are the ultimate ornithologist.
Oh my gosh, ornithologist. There you go. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I jumped into deep space astrophotography last summer, so that took up a lot of my time. You know, as you can imagine, takes a lot of hours of integration time to get images. So I got some big projects coming up here. Once the weather breaks and we actually get clear skies at night, which has only happened 3 times since December, and it's been too freaking cold to run the equipment. It's below the ambient air temperature that's recommended to run the equipment. So we'll see what happens coming up. I figure end of March, coming into April, we'll be in the game again. Over.
Yeah, very good. Well, not only the birds, but I didn't know you were into astro too, and that's something I want to get into. I have I bought a telescope about a year ago, but I know as I get older that the temperatures kill you out there. It's the fingers especially, and you just don't have the dexterity. But yeah, I want to talk to you about that. But of course I don't want to tie up the group here. But maybe someday we can talk on the phone. And so anywho, WX2T it's not too frigid. Rogues Island. We're digging out. Everything is hunky-dory. Our street is still kind of half-assed. It's kind of, a one-lane, a one-way street. But I went out and I paid the town taxes today. I went to a local grocery store.
Yeah, I gotta keep a list. I also got that idea from Steve.
A couple of things, and that was about it. Kind of a inconsequential day, but anyhow, I think Ron's in there. Hello, Ron.
And I'm back.
Hey, Doug.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought somebody else was about to transmit. Yeah, just listening on this side, WB2RON. Same here. Nothing too much to talk about, but conditions seem to be good. Steve's bombing in. He sounds really good. So anyway, I'll just be on this side. Pick it up, Steve.
Hey, Ron. Good to hear you. 30 over and a little bit more. And Doug, good evening. How you doing, buddy? KX2T, shoot me an email. Just a quick email. Email's good on QRZ. We'll exchange phone numbers. I'd be happy to get on the phone with you. Yeah, if you're going into deep space, Astro, there's a lot I could tell you about. I started on a budget, and in December, I haven't used it yet. Bought a $3,000. It's an Ioptron. I think it's an HEA or an HEM 25EC. So it's I got it used. They're very expensive. And it's a go-to mount, and I use my phone with Sky Safari Pro, and it's a go-to, so all I have to do is choose the target on the phone. It's synced via Wi-Fi to the mount, and it slews automatically with pinpoint accuracy right to what I want to go to. And it uses hyper-accurate encoders, so you can do like ridiculously long exposures with that thing. Which I won't be doing. I'll be stacking shorter exposures, probably 400 or 500, probably 10 to 20 hours of integration time on a lot of these targets, which is what you need. So I can get into that. I can talk to you about it. I can recommend some stuff if you want. That's affordable. And reputable. So if you want to do that, go for it. Shoot me an email. We'll exchange phone numbers and we'll be off and going. Ron, hope you've been well. Hope everything is, you made out good through the storm. And I'm not sure who else is in there, so I'll put it back to you and you can send her around the horn. K1GMM.
Yeah, okay, Steve, very good. Great to hear you again. I know we spoke briefly last night. Richie's in here, so I'll send it over to him, and he can tell you what he's been up to. So anyway, go ahead, Rich.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as I was saying before, Steve, we've got me and Ron using the virtual audio that you told us about. And, it's funny, usually, Steve, you buy a cheap mic and it's cheap. They never, ever, ever work. And Ray told me about this NR1R. And I said, what the hell, $30, I'll buy that, and I'll try it. And I liked it so much, now I leave it on here. It's called F-Deuce. And I don't know, I don't sound as good as a lot of guys out here, but it's pretty decent.
Oh, I didn't know you were referring to an F-Deuce. F-Deuces are awesome. I know a lot of guys over in Europe use them. One of my closest friends uses one. He does some streaming with it, and he uses it on his Yaesu. Freaking killer for the money. No, that thing's banging, dude. People laugh. Like you said, they'll be like, $30 microphone, it's a piece of crap. No, it's not. That F-Deuce is a killer. Go ahead.
You know what you got to do? You got to say, I'm on an RE27, and how do I sound? Then they'll like it better. If you say it's 30, they'll say, "Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's not that great." But I'm glad you're back. We were just talking about you the other day, me and Ron. I didn't know what was going on, but good to hear you back. And I always said you always had that good audio. No, anything you ever was fooling around with, I'd say, "Wow." Always thought all the time when I talked to you, Steve, what the hell's he doing over there? That's why when I heard about virtual audio, and we used to talk about it all the time, I never thought I would get off of those racks, to be honest with you, Steve. But I'm completely sold. They're never going back in line. And you know what gets me, Steve? I just spent, I don't know, a few months ago, those Megami Pro gold cables. It was like $400 and something. I bought them because I was always getting RF, and that cured the RF. And then I'm back and forth with the virtual audio, and then when I went back to it again and everything was sounding good, I said, that's it. I'm never going back to racks. But I know a lot of guys out here run racks. They sound awesome. But, boy, it does get expensive with all that stuff. Over to you, Steve.
Yeah, it does. And I think Doug knows this. Doug, pick it up, because I know you're in there. You're back sand, aren't you? I've gone back and forth. I think Doug has too. Back and forth between the virtual and the rack, and I do like the rack. I actually have the rack connected to the G2, and I run that when it's standalone, just for a little sweetness, a little icing on the cake, you know. And it works well. But once you get everything stable, and that's the key, because I will never sacrifice stability for, wanting to run the virtual stuff. If it's not stable, I'm not going to run it. But once you get it stable, and every time you turn it on, it's right where you left it. It's money, baby. It is really money. Not to mention, I do a lot of different stuff. DXing, I have different profiles, like a low-frequency roll-off I run on 3 kilohertz. I run a bodacious profile on 2.93 kilohertz, so I have a profile for that. You can't do that with a rack. The virtual audio, it's a click of a mouse. It's beautiful, and that is the real reason why I stick with it. Over.
Yes, and Doug, I'll turn it right over to you. You're right, because I can make up different profiles now too. Just experiment, with these. They got a lot of different ones, like you say, out there that I can try different racks, like virtual racks, and play around with settings. If I like that, set that one up, profile 2, 3, 4. You're right, where, with the racks, a little more difficult to do, but damn, it's fun playing with this virtual. It is. I love it. And Doug, pick it up, laddie.
Yeah, it's and hello everyone. I think we got Richie, Ray, Steve, Rick, and Ron. I don't think I left anyone out. Hello. Yeah, I'm on the rack right now, but I've got a full DAW profile set up on the computer. I think what it comes down to, my wife said this the other day. I'm like, Steve, when I was having the problem with the silly Thetis compressor on, I was like walking around the house for 2 weeks. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Something must be broken. I can't get the sound that I'm normally used to getting. And she's like, well, why are you always like changing it? And then I thought, that's actually the part I think I like. I think I like trying all the different stuff. And just seeing, okay, I think I sound really good right now. I like this recording. Can I make myself sound really good using this thing? And then, and I don't know if it's like perseverance or what. I try not to give up until, I got it where I like it. And, I'm on the rack now. In 3 months, I might be like, oh, let's go to the VST host or back to a DAW or whatever it is. And I listened to your stream the other night, Steve. I had that Behringer Wing rack, and I got it. I was on a wait list for it, and I actually got it discounted like some of the other guys did that you were talking to. And then after a while, I was like, well, this is just like every other thing, and I sold it on Reverb for more than I paid for it because people weren't able to get it. And that's a really, really cool device. I stopped listening to the stream, so I don't know how deep they got into that thing. Think of that thing like you've heard of the XR18, right? It's that. That's what it is. It's a digital mixer with I don't remember how many channels. A lot, over 20 USB channels, and each one is assignable. And it's an audio interface. It's all built into that one box. And it's an XR18, but on steroids. It has like 95 plugins. There's third-party plugins on it. So it's better. It works. It's got a cleaner preamp than the XR. But that was a great thing. But I'll buy it, I'll use it, and then I'll sell it. Audio interfaces I keep because I always need them. And the rack gear I keep because there's no point in selling. This is all vintage stuff. Bellari's in here. It's all vintage stuff. I'm not going to sell it because I might not be able to ever get it again. But I think it's the pursuit of trying different things. And let Richie say what he wants to say. He'll be back on a rack in 6 months.
Not going to do it.
Oh, we were figuring more like 6 weeks.
See, I'm not the only one.
Get your motor running. Get it on the highway.
Hey, let me say this about that from New England, WX2T here. You guys are you're more involved with the audio thing than I am. Although I do love audio, I really do. I'm audiophile with stereo and music and stuff, but not here so much in ham radio, of course. But you guys know that. But anyhow, what really excites me more than anything else, and this is tongue in cheek, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. When you guys talk about racks and plugins and stuff, it's actually a very, very sensual thing. That's one way to look at it. And it conjures up, in my mind at least, plugins and racks. Ooh. I conjure up images of, especially when you talk about racks, you think about, good God, in the old days, Sophia Loren, Gina Lola Bridget, et al. We could go on and on and on. But anyhow, that's just a comment from an aging old fart. And but all you guys do, you all sound dynamite. You really do. And Richie, I can't blame you for not wanting to go back to all that stuff. The way you're doing it. You sound great, and that mic is wonderful. And it just kind of proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that you don't have to spend a hell of a lot of money on a microphone. You don't have to go out and spend money on a. All
right, I adjusted the noise gate, guys, because whenever I touch my desk, and I'm on a shock mount with an arm, I'm hitting plosive, so hopefully that made it better.
The way we want to, and we can also do it affordably.
Yeah. It's not that I can't buy a Neumann or these. How you get burnt out. You've had a lot of different mics, the Telefunken, the U87, the TLM103, all these different mics, RE27s, RE20. And every time I had one, they were great. But I like playing with microphones, like people like playing with the audio too. Always switched around, did it for years. Now I'm burnt out. I really am. But yeah, of course the Neumann's better. It's probably brighter, clearer, and everything. But I don't know. I just liked it. I says, hey, it sounds pretty good. And no, the racks, no. And they take up a lot of space on my desk. It's like an L shaped, and there are a lot of them in the rack. And oh, fuck now. I like easy things to do, and nothing takes up space. Kf2Gg guy, I'm not sure who's next to get it. Ron, pick it up.
Wait, just stand by 1 second.
Boy.
Stand by 1 second, guys. There's somebody transmitting. I just want to see what he's saying.
Probably somebody that's sexually frustrated because we were talking about racks.
They keyed over me?
No. And no, Rick, that's just you. It's it's got to be guys far, far away. They don't even know we're here. With this filter that Ray gave me, I can hear things that I normally can't hear. There are guys on this frequency. I don't think we're bothering them, but they're way below my noise floor. I hear them.
Yeah, I got him here too.
Way far away.
Yeah, I can see him there, but I ain't gonna crack everything open to listen to him.
No, I can't even understand. I've got it cracked open for a second. I know there's words, but I don't know what they're saying. All right, sorry about that. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, okay. And Rick, how did you make out with your microwave yesterday? You blew a circuit breaker?
No. We were playing with my system here with the EU 2000i. Something else was plugged into the same circuit, so it was no big deal. So I just went downstairs and took care of business. I'm kind of still in the process of indoctrinating Jen into this jury rig system that I have, and you know exactly what I'm doing. With the boiler and so on and so forth. But it works. It really works out well. But you kind of have to know exactly what you can do and what you can't do. Over.
Oh yeah. No. That's true. You just can't. You can only run so many appliances at one time with that system, of course. Okay. Of course, I remember you scooted off yesterday. You said something about a circuit breaker from a microwave, and I thought, wow, that's unusual. Unless something happens in the microwave. Okay. And good evening, Doug. I didn't get a chance to say that to you. Everyone's coming in great here. It's just nice to hear a nice group. And we're on 46 tonight. I don't know how that happened, but I know how it happened. Rich was probably testing new settings for his audio and tweaking his audio again, and he doesn't want to say that. Let's see. I don't know who gets it at this point. I guess Steve does. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Ron. K1GMM. Was Ray? I got a list here. Richie, Ray, Rick, me, Ron, Doug. Not necessarily in that order, but was Ray in here? Because I haven't heard from Ray. So maybe you guys could confirm that. Ray, you in here? K1GMM, Steve, Vermont?
Yeah, I didn't hear Ray either down here in Rogues Island, but Ray's the kind of guy, he pops in and he pops out. He makes special guest appearances.
I don't know if Ray is here, but K1HRD, Bob is here.
HRD, how are you?
Chaz is
Good
in there
evening,
too.
good evening.
Good evening, Chaz.
Yeah, sounds like there's a big group here. Good evening, K1HRD.
Good evening,
Yeah,
Bob and
Chaz
Chaz.
is in here too.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Chaz.
Hey, hello guys. How you doing? Hey, Doug, I have a quick question for you.
Well, I hope I have an answer, Chaz. Let's see.
I've been looking at your live stream off and on. On receive, your ATT or your SATT on receive, what number's in that window?
On receive, that's ATT. It's 0. So I have no attenuation on. My SATT on transmit is 18.
All right. Now, what I want you to do on receive is put your mouse on ATT, and it'll switch to SATT on receive.
Okay, so SATT on transmit is 18. Let me see what it is on receive. It's still 0 on receive.
Okay, for some reason, the picture wasn't clear enough for me to define. I thought you had like 20 dB of attenuation on receive. That's all. You answered my questions. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. No, well, it is a very quiet receive. It's always been at this QTH, but with that filter I'm running from Ray, it took like another 7-8 dB off.
Yeah, some of us are really fortunate. My normal noise on this band is minus 120.
Yeah, that's where I normally am. I think right now I'm at like minus 127 with that filter, but without it, I'm still minus 120. But let's see,
Okay, guys, good to hear you all. It's hoagie night tonight, guys. For anybody that's hungry, and not a sub, not a whatever you guys call it up north. This is hoagie night. Go ahead, Doug. Pass it around. See you guys later.
All right, Chaz, good to hear you. Yeah, we call them heroes. But Ray was in here, so let's see if Ray answers. Ray, NR1R, you still there?
NR1R.
That's not NR1R.
That was my impersonation. Hey, Chaz, good to hear you, K2BU. WX2T, I was listening to you. I could actually
I'm very confused.
Just hear you barely on 14185 this morning.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Yeah, that's a tough band to the northeast on 20. But good to hear you, Rick. I'll catch you another time. I got to get to this hoagie. I'm starving.
It's a submarine. Submarine.
No subs for you, buddy.
Enjoy. 7-3.
Yeah, 46. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is seems odd. I want to gravitate towards 54 for some strange reason, but this is okay.
We all go to 54 if you like. No problem.
No, let's just stay here. We're always up. There's no one here. Bob, why don't you pick it up? What have you been up to?
Oh, I've been working. You know, I'm not quite as lucky as you guys yet. Well, not you, Doug, but most of the people on this frequency are retired. Yeah, not a whole lot going on. Did a lot of snow shoveling today at work. We got snow today. I don't know, about 1.5 inches. Not a lot, but a lot of ground to cover, you know, and, yeah, I hate shoveling snow. I'm usually lucky enough to get on one of the snow blowers, but apparently today I was on a shovel. But other than that, I'm closing in on the weekend, looking forward to it, getting over the hump here. Yeah, playing a little radio tonight. I haven't been on the radio much, so yeah, I figured I'd turn it on here.
Nice to hear you, Bob.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. It's better to be heard than viewed, I guess.
Yeah, but I've been thinking about you and what's happening up there, and I don't know why they call it that, but some of the guys around here just call it Cow Hampshire. But was just up in Newcastle, what, a week and a half ago? Beautiful spot. Wentworth by the sea.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a beautiful spot, and if you're rich enough to, you know, be able to afford a boat there, I don't know. I know I can't afford a boat there, but, yeah, I'm a little further north than that. I'm probably about 20, 25 minutes from there.
Yeah, very nice marina there. Good facility. Yeah, Jen wanted to go there. There was a wine festival that was primarily Rombo wines from California. They had the reps there and so on and so forth. They did a fantastic job. It was a good little getaway, and it was only about a week after we just got back from Puerto Rico, as they say, Puerto Rico. But I don't. This is my third or fourth trip to Puerto Rico. By the way, I don't, certainly don't recommend Mexico. Nobody recommends Mexico anymore. That's too bad. It's sad, isn't it? But I don't know if I'd really recommend Puerto Rico either, because the infrastructure, there's a lot of corruption down there. We send them money. You know, they had I think it was 2017, they had Maria, bad hurricane. But, you know, the drive from the airport to the hotel, I saw substations, I saw insulators, arcing, and when Jen and I were walking down the main drag, and I'm not talking about the drag queen's drag, the main drag, I couldn't believe it. The first night, every place, every restaurant, every place of business, they all had generators running. So what does that tell you? You know, the whole infrastructure electrically is severely compromised. And I was talking to the driver about it coming in. He says, "Oh, you know, it's no big deal. It's no big deal." I said, "What do you mean it's no big deal?"
Yeah, I'm going to step aside for a little bit. I got some soldering to do, but I'll be listening. K1GMM.
Glad to hear you
Don't
back,
breathe in that
Steve.
stuff, man.
Kf2Gg Show.
You're liable to get a little high there, man. You're liable to flip out.
Yeah, like I could get any more flipped out. Holy crap. I gotta put a little ganja on the soldering iron.
Okay, Steve, I'm definitely going to send you an email. I want to talk to you about Astro.
Okay, do it to it. I'll make some time. I have no life, Rick, so just shoot me. Yeah, we'll connect.
It sounds
I'll be
like
listening.
we're both kind of
Might be back in here. We'll see how long this takes. May take about 20 minutes. K1GMM.
All right, Steve. Catch you later.
7-3, Steve.
Yeah, Steve. Damn, you're breaking my needle here. 40 over. K1HRD 7-3.
Yeah, you're 40 over as well. This band has really woken up. I mean, it is ridiculous, the signals that I'm getting in here. Plus the noise floor. I got a minus 124 on the noise floor. That's insane. And that's everything cracked open. I have no, attenuators, nothing. It's just right at zero, and it's just dead quiet. Freaking, it's just stunning. I'm telling you, I'm having so much fun. I'll be listening. So great to listen to, you guys. I mean, everybody is just. I got a Polk Audio subwoofer with some reference monitors, and I'm telling you, it's Orgasmatron, K1GMM.
You're in a real recording studio environment. No, everybody does sound good too. And don't say woken up. That brings back, that conjures up some strange things in my mind. When anybody says woke or any kind of part of the syllable, as Norm Crosby used to say.
Bob, you getting any snowmobiling this weekend?
Yeah, I'm planning on going locally on some trails, but we went north last weekend, and man, what a blast. And, yeah, so that big storm they were talking about, like Monday or Tuesday seems to have fizzled out, kind of depressing.
Yeah. Well, my guys down here, these island weather guys, they didn't rule it out yet. They said it's unlikely, but so was this blizzard this many days before. So they said they're just watching it.
N1MJT.
Yeah, Roger. I heard, MJT, I believe. Go ahead, pick it up.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I was just laughing when you said that. I think we imported 120 tons of snow into Boston for the snowboard contest they had, and then what was it? The next day later, we got 3 feet.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. There was a snowboarding contest. This today?
No, it was this weekend. It was right in the center of Boston. They basically brought a bunch of snow in and dumped it. I saw a couple of things on the news. They showed the guys skating down the railings, and they were doing tricks.
Oh, that's cool. I love watching that stuff. And my son and I, he started getting into it, and I started doing it with him. I'm horrible, but I'm better than him so far, so that's what's important. How you doing, Rick? And that's Rick N1MJT, not Rhode Island Rick.
I know there's a lot of Ricks and Riches out here. Good, thanks, guys. I just heard you out there. Boy, you're all 20 over tonight.
Yeah, you're 30 over on my regular Thetis meter with the Anon, and then you're 20 over on a more traditional meter that's in the software. So I'll give you 25 over.
As long as you can hear me, that's all. Yeah, like I said, I get some antennas coming, but I can't do anything about them now. I'm not going out in that stuff. It took me 2.5 hours with my tractor just to clear the driveway, and that was with a tractor. Jesus. Anyways, good to hear you guys.
All right. Cool. Who wants to take it? Ron, you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still in here. Hey, Doug, while I have you on here, just let me know, when I talk loud and I'm pushing the lows a little bit here, am I breaking up a little bit? I just played back a recording of my audio when I was pushing it like this, and it sounded like I was breaking up a little bit on the low end. It could be just something in the recording, but does this sound clean when I really push it?
I don't hear any clipping or anything too overdone. I'm also live streaming, so if you have a pen, that was plosive. If you have a pen, 56 minutes. So later on, if you go back and watch it, it's called the Kf2Gg Show. Because I was the one that found Richie down here working on his audio. Sorry, Richie. Okay, I heard some things turning. I know I heard clicking and turning, and he was talking to himself. But if you go to 56 minutes, you'll find this part of the QSO, and you can listen.
Is that on YouTube?
Roger, this is back on YouTube.
Okay, very good. Okay, that's great. I'll take a listen. No, it was pretty obvious in the recording that it was breaking up. But when I was doing it, I accidentally had my linear on going into the dummy load, and that could have been, it could have had something to do with it. Okay, Doug, thanks for that information. I'll check it out in a few minutes.
Hey,
Ron,
you finoogled me. You didn't tell me when I was first playing around. I didn't think anybody was out here.
Yeah, right? Bring it closer. All right there. Kf2 Golf Guy. I don't know if I got just something. If it's something's not right here, it's making me wonder.
You knucklehead, you!
I'm always listening, Richie.
Oh, that's funny.
Ron, on my end, I don't hear any distortion. I had, the whole external audio system here pumped up, and just looking at the fish finder too, everything looks hunky-dory, so I wouldn't worry about a damn thing.
Yeah, great, Rick. Okay, appreciate that. No, sure, it's fine. Okay, thanks.
100%, Ron. It was good.
Roger, Dodger.
Okay.
Get your motor running. Get it on the highway.
Yeah, how many people say Roger Dodger anymore? Remember that?
I don't like that when they say that, or when you're on 2 meters, high.
Oh, hi is the old CW expression.
Oh, sounds fruity.
Yeah, but you're not a CW guy, man.
Still, it sounds, they could have came up with something else. High.
Oakley dokley. Oh, I know what you mean, Rich. It's strictly supposed to be a CW reference expression, and that goes way back. Maybe not to the Marconi days, but no, I know what you mean. It's a lot of this stuff is nonsensical.
Yeah, I mean, this is the year 2026. Hey, Doug, how would you like it if I said, hi, Doug?
Wait, Keith, can you say that one more time?
No. I know what you're doing.
He's having convulsions in Martha Stewart's potting shed right now.
Well, Richie, that's all I needed.
No.
no,
Take a
no,
breath.
you
Take a
record
breath.
Hook up the CPAP machine, man.
That one's going in the files.
Oh, put that in the files.
It goes down in
Richie.
the annals of ham radio audio archives.
Richie,
Yeah, but people
Hey,
are going to
Mr.
think I'm
Rich.
nuts if they hear that in there.
go ahead, Bob.
Hey, Mr. Kf2 Golf.
Yeah.
We have this guy, Frank, N1QQF. Do you remember that guy? He's in the text message here saying, tell Rich I said hello. And that,
N2.
Hey, Frank, oh, Frank. I know Frank for how many years, Frank? 20, 30 years at least. Frank, me and him go back. That's my paisani.
Wow, 20, 30 years. He's close to my age, Richie. That means you know him since he was a kid.
What's his call?
Maybe close to that, yeah.
Yeah, his call is N2QQF.
Yeah, QQF,
man,
I
that's
know
not
him.
familiar.
He's a good laddie. I know Frank for years. Me and Frank go way back.
He said he's going to give you a phone call.
He's a good laddie.
His call sign is N1QQF in the call sign list here. I mean, in the text list. Why is that?
Oh, then maybe I'm wrong. I always thought he was N2. He is no, he's N2QQF. I don't know. He might be messing with you, Bob.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he used to stop by fairly often. He's in Bergen County, New Jersey.
I don't have the phone out here. So, is he calling me today or tomorrow, I ask him?
Frank, if you're listening, still, he's listening to us on the Kiwi. Richie wants to know when you're calling him. Tomorrow. He's going to give you a call tomorrow.
Okay, laddie, good to hear. I hope you made out good in the snow, Frank.
He always used to have a big signal up here.
He always had a huge signal, and he's got great audio.
Yeah, he's in Bergen County. Somewhere up around Ramsey and so on and so forth. That area where Nixon used to live.
He always had a big signal because he had a big mouth.
There you go.
You know, I don't know, Bob. It's all these Jersey guys. I don't know.
Oh, Frank, yeah, he's a good guy. Known him for years. Excellent guy.
Hey, that's what happens, with, you know what I'm saying? I was from Jersey. I've been up here 18 years, but, after you watched, let me tell you something. After you watch a few seasons of The Sopranos, everything changed. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And Frank, anytime he goes after anybody or somebody comes after him, I got his back. After he beats the hell out of them, then I'll say, out of the way, Frank. Then I'll beat the hell out of him.
Hey, Richie, were you a big
Yeah.
Sopranos guy?
Huh?
Were you a big Sopranos guy?
Oh, I watched every episode. You kidding me, man? That was good.
Well, it was, and believe it or not, one of the episodes, a short, brief part of one of the episodes took place in a location, a house where Jen and I used to live when Tony's Gumad used to live. I don't know if you remember that, but that took place all over in Bloomfield, Nutley, Cedar Grove, Montclair. I mean, it was just if you spent a lot of your time in that area, you noticed all these places, but it was so prolific, in terms of. You said, "Oh, I know that place," but it was really, really accurate in terms of what the hell was going on.
Oh man, yeah, and they did it from Colwell, his house, like that house up in Colwell. They did, yeah. That series, I always like those. They should do another one with different characters. And I used to love watching mob shows. Could you picture me in a mob show or in the boss telling me you're gonna knock off that tractor trailer and bring it over here? All right, then you get in there, and you got your what is that thing? The cops use it. It electrifies you. You shoot it. Get out of
the damn truck. I'd get in there and take. I'd be good in one of those.
Yeah. The house that was depicted where Tony lived was in North Caldwell, and it was just kind of just in the backyard of where my wife grew up in North Caldwell and everything. And by the way, just a quick change of pace. You know, I don't know if it's appropriate to get political. I like to get political now and then, but I'll tell you, after last night, I was very happy. I enjoyed it. I know he's a showman, you know, but the awards, the medals, and everything. An hour and 48 minutes. It was very, very long State of the Union address, but the Democrats made fools out of themselves over and above it. 73 of them didn't even show up, between senators and congressmen, and those included that were there, namely, I would say Ilmar Oman, certainly, and Rashida Tlaib. They should be drummed out of the chambers of Congress. They're traitors, as far as I'm concerned.
I've been keying up too fast. Anybody want to comment?
No, go ahead, Richie. I'm just listening.
Yeah, and that war hero, what was he? They said 100 or 90 something, and Republicans all got up clapping her. And I saw the Democrats. I said, wait a minute, you may hate Donald Trump, but this guy, look at him, he's a war hero. He fought way back in the day, and that irked me. It really does. Or if someone, they bring up there, you know, their husband got killed, and the wife is up there, and people all on the right, you know, the Republicans are okay, and the Democrats won't clap, they won't do nothing. It's got that bad now. I mean, that's why I don't talk politics when I go out. Heck no. If I go in there, there's people I know in the stores I talk to. If they say anything about Donald Trump, they don't like him. Yeah, I know. I am not. They have turned into my enemies. I go to these stores all the time. How could you start debating them and arguing, and you racist, you this? I won't do it. I know some people will, and they'll stay on their ground and talk, oh, you're wrong, you're this. But I go to these stores all the time. They're nice people, so I agree. But I know where I stand with Trump, but I'm not getting into all that crap.
They exemplify themselves as being traitors. Pretty stupid, but they expose themselves. And us guys, we all realized who they were and who they are, but to the rest of the country, and it was a bad profile for the rest of the world to show, you know, a State of the Union address, and you had Ilmar Oman and Rashida Tlaib screaming at the president, and the cameras went on them, and pretty sad. I was dismayed. I was pretty sad about that, but that's what we've got. But they should be, ideally, they should be drummed out, but they're too protected. Unfortunately.
Well, they want to brainwash us to get people to go on their side and brainwash us. Well, we want to brainwash them. We want them all. All the Democrats to see a physiologist and let them see them and brainwash them.
Of Congress. They shouldn't. WXCT.
Who wants to pick it up? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know. I just didn't mean to break into the conversation. I just want to say, Doug, are you still there?
Yeah, Roger, I'm here.
Yeah, Doug, when I played back the recording, I listened to Steve, I listened to Richie and myself, and your voice. Your voice, there's plenty of bottom. It sounds beautiful. But the recording of us, there's no low end. I'm just wondering if, well, I don't mean no low end, but it was definitely lacking compared to what I'm hearing everyone sound like here. Are you using some kind of low cut filter on that?
No. And so what you're hearing is what you sound like. I have the filter at 0. So anything that's up, that is 0 and up, I'm receiving.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Steve, GMM, and Richie, when I hear them here, there's a lot of, nice low end on their transmissions. It sounds very full. But when I hear them on the recording and myself, but I'm going to ignore how I sound because, that's different. Steve and Richie do not sound like they sound like coming through my receiver.
All right, well, maybe OBS is doing something, but I don't have any settings in there to do it. Let me go on the side here for a second. Let me listen to the stream. KB2UKA.
Yeah,
all right, let's see what he's talking about. Let's see. Right here for a second. Let me listen to the stream. KB2UKA. Get up. What have you been up?
I didn't hear Ray either.
Cool.
Yeah, you the other day. Me going. Ron, hope you've been well. Hope everything is. You made out good through the storm.
And I said, what the hell are you? Slicing it instead of shoveling it. Yeah, definitely. But,
Just shoot me. Yeah. We'll connect.
Well, Richie,
in that area, you noticed.
Here and through the internet, I don't know, maybe there's some compression on it.
Well, listen now then. I'll talk lower. I was screaming into the mic. Ron, see if you can listen there. KF2, Golf for Northern New Jersey, here on 3846. Approximately 22 minutes past the hour, Northern New Jersey. Good evening to all, and also on the, what does he call that? I'm not sure, all the people that are on Doug's system. KF2 Golf. Now, see how that sounds, Ron.
Yeah, I'll have to go to it. I'll check it out. I could be wrong, but I'll go check it out again.
So I just listened, and yes, it does not sound like what I'm hearing in my headphones live. What I think is going on, and we'll test this later. I think they're compressing the audio until I stop the live stream. So when I stop the live stream and it renders, I bet it's going to sound like I'm hearing.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm not imagining it because it was just something I noticed. You sound perfect coming through. It's just beautiful. But, that's kind of like the way I expected to hear Steve and Rich sound. So, all right. Okay, Doug. I just wanted to mention it.
No, I'm glad you did. Well, I sound, you're hearing my local audio, so you're not hearing me through like a monitor. This is just the raw audio from the rack. So yeah, I'm actually gonna shut the stream down now.